Welcome to the So Social Radio Show. I'm your host, Richard Martin, along with my amazing co-host,
Cheri Martin, and we are the WCN Interactive Team, business growth, marketing, and social media strategists helping you to
dream it, plan it, build it, and most importantly, successfully do it.
You've got that right, Richard. That's for that growth, prosperity, and success that we all love. And of course, each Wednesday at 12 noon here on TalkNetworkRadio.com, we share tips and techniques to grow you and your business, plus demystify social media and marketing for you so that you can have more fun.
And my favorite, more profits.
Absolutely. And know that you can actually just tune in right on the internet at listen.talknetworkradio.com and hear us live. If you have, if you're in the car and just want and aren't able to access the internet, know that you can download our free app either on your Android or your iPhone, and that way you can take us anywhere on the road and listen to us from anywhere as well. So we're excited about that. And did I tell you, Richard, about the news release that came out today?
Absolutely not. You didn't. What are you holding back?
I actually posted it up on our So Social Radio Show page, but we are now on iTunes. So excited about the growth of Talk Network Radio, and so you can actually download iTunes on your iPhone and take a listen to us too.
That's fantastic.
The podcast. I know.
Looking forward to that, and welcome to all of you out there with the iPhones and all of that. That's fantastic.
Well, it's exciting to grow our tribe, our community, and get a larger outreach of all the shows here at Talk Network Radio. So it is exciting. Gosh, not even a year old here at Talk Network Radio, and look at the growth.
It's amazing, and Jeff's done such a great job of putting talent together and making this a really cool station to listen to for talk radio.
Exactly. Well, before we get started, we actually have our amazing guest. We're so excited about having Ian Kennedy, who's also our February sponsor here with Fish Window Cleaning, in the studio today. We're just going to give a shout out and then we'll give an official introduction. So get him comfortable speaking into that microphone. Hello, Ian.
Hi. Hello, Cheri. Hi, Richard.
Hey, Ian.
And we're excited that he is here again with us. We'll give you a little bit more information about him and then just get this conversation rolling. We're going to actually be talking about franchises and referral marketing, and how Ian has really, been able to really grow his business. He's going to talk about some of the benefits of owning a franchise, and of course the marketing and networking efforts that he's used to build relationships for the last 10 years.
10 years this year. We're celebrating 10 years in business in Brevard. Yeah.
Fantastic. So this is his.
That's awesome.
Tips and techniques on how he's grown his business. He's going to give those all out to you today. So, but first, let's give a shout out to our partners and our other sponsors.
Absolutely.
Because that's why we're here.
Absolutely. They make it all possible. I want to start with Toastmasters, a world leader in communications and leadership development. Find out how you can improve your speaking skills and leadership skills by visiting toastmastersd84.org. toastmastersd84.org.
And of course, Constant Contact, one of our partners, which is an award-winning company empowering small businesses and nonprofits to grow and succeed through email marketing. You can be a marketer with one toolkit, one login, and great thing is you can actually try them out for 60 days with a free trial at bit.ly/WCN free CTCT, and actually get started growing your marketing list, because that's the gold of your business today.
Well, absolutely. And, nothing converts better to dollars in the bank than email marketing. And everythingbrevard.com, a Brevard County, Florida community website that keeps us up to date on everything that's happening in Brevard. And you can also get your business listing on everythingbrevard.com.
And that brings us to our monthly February sponsor, Fish Window Cleaning. And so let me just give it a little introduction to Ian, and then we're going to have him share a little bit more about his story, how He's been raising his family here in America, as well as how he started fish window cleaning. But Ian was actually raised in Scotland and came to America, I believe, to visit his mom and stepdad up in Maine, which is cold up
that right?
there.
That's correct, yes.
A lot colder than Florida.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah.
And he came there from after working in Bosnia and Iraq. He decided he wanted to remain in America to raise his family and sought assistance from an immigration attorney who advised him to actually start a company that would provide jobs to American citizens. So after investigating a number of options, he chose the fish window cleaning franchise opportunity as it had a proven business model and it fit in well with his previous experience. He now has a team of professionally trained and fully insured cleaners that provide the service your company deserves, as well as help you project the image you want your customers to perceive. It is, I guess you could say, the local window cleaning company for our Space Coast region here in East Central Florida. So again, welcome Ian Kennedy to the So Social Radio Show. And we've known each other 10 years. I can't believe it.
Yes, we have. Yeah, we met in a networking group when I was first learning how to do this type of thing 10 years ago. Yeah.
Exactly. And these are all the fun things that Ian's going to share with you is, how he actually got the word out about his business. But before we get started on that, I'd love to have you share with our listeners again a little bit more about your story about, what you were, when you left from Scotland to go to Bosnia and Iraq and then come over to America. So why all this journey?
I was an electrician in Scotland, and at the time there was quite a slowdown in the building trade there, and there were not many jobs. I got the opportunity to go and work in Bosnia. My father was already employed out there. My brother was in the Falkland Islands with the same company. So I knew the company, and I got the opportunity and took it up. Went to Bosnia, and after a few years working there, I met my wife-to-be, so decided to stay there for several years.
That was a smart move.
Yes, absolutely. That's the smartest thing I've done.
Malika, is that her?
Milica.
Milica.
Yes.
Yeah, I know I've met her a couple times at a few networking events that
Yes,
you brought up. Yeah.
And the last couple of years in Bosnia, our company got the contract for Iraq. So I was given the opportunity to go there and went to Iraq, did 2 years in Basra there. And then we decided that we had children. It was time to settle down and look for something where I could come home at night. So we came here on holiday to visit with my mother and my stepdad up in Bangor, Maine. And while we were there, discovered that the only way for us to qualify for a visa was to buy a business, and it's called the E2 Investors Visa. So that's what we did. We looked at different options, and like most other people, when I seen the contract, I thought, I don't need to buy a franchise to clean windows. And I set it aside. But the more I did my investigation, the more I found that this is a really good company. And it's a very great business model. It fit well with what I was looking for. I wanted something in the service industry. I wanted something that I didn't have to carry a lot of inventory. And I went to St. Louis, met with the president of the company, Mike Merrick, and the headquarters staff, and signed up on the spot.
Wow. So that was the first franchise you'd actually taken a look at, or?
No, we looked at 5 or 6 different businesses, different franchise opportunities. I decided to go the franchise route because we were going through immigration, relocation, all these types of things. It just seemed way too much for me to try and also do something on my own. So I wanted to buy something that had a system in place that was giving me the support that I needed. And I found with Fish that it was a great fit for me. They had a great support staff. I like simplicity, and it's a very simple business model.
The key thing you just said, it already had the systems in place. And I think that that's what so many that are in business have challenges with, because they start their own business on their own without going into that franchise. And they start a business because, again, they have those experiences of a skill, but they don't realize everything else involved. So to me, I share with you, we've spoken at a lot of different franchise expos over the last couple of years and have met a number of franchises. There's so many opportunities out there for anyone that really wants to get involved. So, but you really hit the nail on the head with the systems. And so you found that really was a definitely plus for you. As you said, not have to worry about starting your own business. Everything was already put in place for you.
Yeah, it took so much off the learning curve. I was comfortable in being able to run projects and manage crews. Where I wasn't comfortable and I had no experience was in running my own business and all the backroom stuff that goes along with that. So that took years off the learning curve, having systems in place.
The backroom work for me is, that's the first thing that got farmed out.
So you were in Maine, and then you went and you met him in St. Louis. Why did you come to Melbourne, Florida?
I've been visiting the Melbourne area for years since I was much younger. And I was my brother actually settled here a few years before me. Okay. So I came down. My wife and at the time my 2 daughters went back to Bosnia, and I came down here and moved in at my brother's house. He was kind enough to put me up for a few months while I got on my feet. And I went, and everything I had when I first came here, I couldn't drive, didn't have a license, hadn't taken any lessons since I was a teenager in Scotland. And so everything I found...
And we drive on the wrong side of the road here.
That doesn't help, Richard. I within half an hour's walk of my brother's house, I found an office space, a bank. My first 2 or 3 customers was walking with a bucket. Within walking distance of the office. Once I'd found that, and it's pretty cool now looking back on it. At the time, it was terrifying.
It is. I mean, that's a whole show in itself, the psychological thing of being responsible for your own paycheck.
Yeah, I was investing my family's savings and trying to do this in a country that I had never spent more than 2 weeks at a time in. And it was just the fact that if it didn't go well, I weren't sure what the next move would end up being. But knock wood, it turned out well in the end. Well, it's turning out well.
Well, I know when I read your story, I had you kind of send me over some bio information, and it was so cute because I remember, as I said, we met 10 years ago in a networking event, and I remember when you came in, of course, you were just starting your business, and yet you just, to me, it impressed me that, first of all, you were not an American citizen, but you were starting a business here, and you knew in order for it to work, you had to work it.
Yeah.
You had to get uncomfortable to become comfortable, right?
Very much so. Yeah.
So, what made you choose to get involved in some of the networking associations that you've been involved in over the years, and how has that helped you grow your business?
Well, not having grown up here, obviously I didn't have a great circle of people that I could call on to get the word out about my new business. So a little bit of investigation, and with some support from the franchisor, I found different local networking groups and thought, okay, this is probably the best way for me to get involved and get to meet people that are in the business community, that we can support each other and help each other grow. I was, fortunate enough to meet both of you guys then, and many other friends who we share with had for many years now. It's worked well for me. It's been something that we've built great relationships, great friendships over the years, and we care about each other's businesses, and you see that we're trying to do good for our communities.
Most definitely. Have you found, some of the challenges? How have you